what I want to do in the next 45 minutes is I want to show you how you can make at least 450,000 naira next month using the little information I'm going to share here. That's the purpose of this presentation, how you could make at least 450,000 naira next month. So without wasting time, we'll be looking at building a real estate business of the 21st century, how you can earn an extra 450,000 naira every month, starting with zero or little capital. So a little introduction about me. I'm Hassan Ismail, as most of you already know. By default, I'm a petroleum engineer. I studied petroleum engineering, and on the left-hand side, that's me on a rig in Delta State prospecting for oil. And on the right-hand side is also Delta State, where I served in a secondary school called Abbey Grammar School. So one of the things I did for the school was an ultra-modern computer laboratory as my personal CDS, Community Development Service. And on that day of the launch, it was a very, very big event because the village said that is the first of its kind in the whole of Ndukwa West. So the Commissioner of Education, Delta State, was there. That was the man in suits, and it was a big ceremony. So people were very happy, and even some of the participants or attendees promised me a job that once I leave the place, I should come and resume in Lagos to start an oil and gas job in one of their companies. So I went 2011, and when I got there, they told me I have to write a test and all those things. So by the time I did the test, did everything, and I went to that company like 7 times, it dawned on me that they are really not ready to employ anybody. So I left, and I believed the saying that there is no job in Nigeria. So what I did is I just went back to a skill I learned while in school, which is Forex trading. So I went to a Forex brokerage firm, which is a company that they do Forex trading and stores, and I joined as one of their trainers. So you can see this post was in 2015, December 7, 2015, we went to Benin to train people on how to do Forex. So basically what I do for the company is people come into a room like this, and I stand in their front, and I give them reason why they should trade Forex, because when they put their money with the company, they make money, the company makes money, and I get my salary. So that was basically what I was doing, as I couldn't get to work in Chevron as I taught while I was in school. So if you can't hear me, some people say they can't. If you can't hear me, tap on your phone, you will see join audio, then you should be able to hear me once you click on join computer audio. So I went into Forex, and I was a Forex training coach in the company in Ikeja, Lagos, and I was doing that, and I was collecting 250,000 naira per month until one day when the boss came, and he was like, the marketers are not doing well, they are not delivering, and he was shouting on everybody. So he said, do you know how much it costs to own a car in Lagos? So as at that time, my own headache was, how could I make money from my salary of 250K and buy a muzzle? I just wanted to have a muzzle, the popular Toyota Camry. So I was trying my best, but my salary was not enough to get me a muzzle, because before the end of the month, I would have spent 90% of my salary. So how do I save money to buy a 3 million naira car? So it wasn't enough, and that was how I got into real estate. Why? Because so I came across this advert on Facebook which says, become our partner today and earn 450,000 naira monthly. So what attracted me about this advert was that they said I could do this part-time. So part-time means I could keep my job and still collect 450,000 every month. I said, okay, no problem. So I went to Surulere to attend the seminar, and at the end of the seminar, I was convinced that this thing is real. That was how I got to real estate. So now we are going into the training proper. Now, the real estate industry is divided into basically 3 categories. We have the occupier markets, development markets, and investment markets. The occupiers are basically the marketers, the estate firms, the law firms. Those are people who connect a buyer to a seller of property. While the development companies or market, that's where we have people or companies who are into basically developing properties. That is what happens under the development market. The investment market, these ones, they have money to put or to fund companies who are into development. For instance, most of the mortgage banks, they don't build houses, they don't build hospitals or hotels. What they do is they give money to people or developers who are ready to develop property. So these are basically the 3 categorization of the real estate industry. But if you look at the sector holistically, if you look at the real estate sector holistically, it's divided into 6 subsectors: the residential, the retail, the office, industrial, hotel, and healthcare. In Nigeria, we don't do healthcare real estate. Healthcare real estate is, the common one is the residential real estate, whereby a developer gets a large expanse of land and starts building houses for people to come and buy. That's residential. Retail, you build spaces where people can rent for businesses, for shops. Healthcare is not done in Nigeria. Healthcare is like building an estate, but this estate is a large hospital. A large hospital that has the eye doctors, the ear doctors, I don't know what they call them, the ophthalmologists. So different section of that estate has different types of hospitals. Those that take care of, gynecologists. That is what healthcare. But in Nigeria, we don't have that. In Dubai, there is Dubai Healthcare City. That when you get there, you see different sections of hospital. The only thing there is hospital. So what those developers do is they provide all the infrastructure, all the types of hospital. The doctors just come there and they do their thing. But in Nigeria, we don't have that yet because it's a multi-billion-dollar industry. So we do hotel, we do industrial, we do office. So this is basically the subsectors in the real estate industry. But in Nigeria, in the Nigerian real estate market, this is how it looks like. We have the developers, the consultants, financiers, service providers, construction companies, and regulators. Regulators are basically the governments that, like Lasatrid, the Lagos State Real Estate Transaction Department, the Office of the Surveyor General. Okay, those are regulators. Then consultants are basically the brokers, the marketers, the surveyors, the lawyers. Those are what consultants. So at the end of this training, you are basically going to become a consultant in the real estate marketing sphere. So this is how it looks like in the Nigerian sector. So Let's go into the business of the day. Introduction to leverage real estate business. How you can build a multi-million naira real estate business starting from scratch. So, what is a brokerage business, or what is real estate brokerage? A broker is basically someone who connects a buyer and a seller for a share of commission. Most people refer to that connector as an agent, a real estate agent. But in our field, we call ourselves consultants. So what is leverage? Leverage something simply means use something towards maximum advantage. And someone said, if you don't understand leverage, you will work too hard. Now, who is a real estate consultant? Is a person who broker a deal between a buyer and seller of property for a share in commission. In other words, a real estate consultant job is to refer people, could be your friends, relatives, colleagues, who has interest in buying property from a what? Real estate company, and you get commission for that. So in our own leverage real estate business, there are three ways you can earn. You can either earn commission, incentives, or awards. Now, the commission could either be direct commission or indirect commission. Now, what is a direct commission? A direct commission is that commission you earn from your own personal effort. What do I mean? You see the property of this company, you like the property, you visited it, you decided to promote or market that property on your Facebook to your friends, family, and one of your uncles say, hey, come, Mr. Chris, I love this property. Can I see it? You take him there, he saw it, he pays, and you get your payment for that job. That is called what? Direct commission. A commission earned from your own personal effort. But there's another one called the indirect commission, which is what? The one earned from efforts of others. So when you sold that property and your uncle was happy and he told his friends and they also bought, it's also a direct commission. So your friends now saw that, this guy does not have a car, he just bought a car, what's happening? Come, Chris, what are you doing? Tell us. Chris now told his friends, oh, this is what I did. There's this company, I marketed their property and they gave me 10% commission for the sale. And that's how I collected 3 million naira. Wow. Can we do the same thing? They say, yes, why not? So he showed them exactly what he did, how he contacted the company, how he did the inspection, the everything, and they also did the same thing. Once they sell that property, they get a direct commission. Why, Chris, for giving them that opportunity, he gets an indirect commission. The indirect commission does not affect the commission of the actual seller, that is the direct seller. It is a separate commission. It's like a referral bonus. Oh, thank you for bringing this marketer that brought this value to us. You get. So that's indirect commission. Now look at an example. These are some companies we work with. And what you see in brackets is the commission structure. That's how the commission is shared. How the commission is shared. So let's take Landway Investment, for instance, which is number 1 on the list. And in the bracket, we have 12, 3, 2, 1. What that 12 means is that, or the first figure there for each of the bracket is the direct commission. So for Landway, the direct commission is 12%, for Astonia, 15%, Oshflex, 15%, Red Bricks, 10%, while the other ones that come after the first figure are called indirect commission. These are commission earned by your uplines, because this leverage real estate business is the first ever network marketing introduction into real estate. The product is real estate, the marketing strategy is network marketing. So when you bring people into the system, your friends, and they make a sale, there is a structure that rewards them automatically. There is nothing like, oh, we are the one that sold this property. Okay, no, me, I won't collect 2%. You, no. There is an MOU that has structured all these things, and nobody fights anybody over commission. So, for instance, if you sell a property in Dubai by Damak, maybe their Paramount stores in Business Bay, you can earn direct commission of 2%. Now, in real estate, the higher the cost of the property, the higher, the lower the commission, the rates of the commission. Because, for instance, in this land, you sell their land of, say, 10 million naira, you are getting about 1.2 million naira. But look at, for Damak, if you sell their house of 700 million naira in Damak Towers, where we have the Trump estates, where we have in Damak Hills, where we have Trump estates, and you sold one of those villas for 700 million naira, you are collecting 2%. What's 2% of 700 million? That's about 14 million naira. Even though the percentage is small here, the amount is bigger than this place. And you see, so that's why the higher the price of the property, the lower the commission. Now, let me give you an example. Take a look at this flyer. This is a flyer for an estate called Southern Foreshore Estate, Lafiaji, Lekki. This is an example. So this estate is selling for 20 million naira, and the title is what? Governor's Consent. Now look on the top right-hand side, you can see 1553. Now this is an example of commission structure for this property. Now what it means is if Chris sells this property directly, is going to collect 15% of 20 million naira. Please, what is 15% of 20 million naira? Type it in the group. Type it in the group, in the chat, sorry. What is 15% of 20 million naira? I can see 1.5. Valentine said 3 million. Anyone more answer so that we can continue? One more, 2.5 million. So 15% of 20 million naira is 3 million. So Valentine, Olawole, you guys are correct. That is what Chris, who is the direct seller of this property, is getting. Now let's say Chris is someone that was introduced by me, Hassan. I'm going to get what? 5% of 20 million naira, which is about 5%, 2 times 5, 10, that's 1 million naira. So I'm getting 1 million naira because I brought Chris into the business and I showed him how to do the business, and he successfully sold this property. Now, the person who brought me into the business, who is my own upline, will not go empty-handed. So he's going to get 3% for this transaction, meaning the company who owns this Southern Foreshore is paying a total commission of 23%. So let's go further. So let's say the company is doing a commission structure of just 2 levels, 10% and 2%. For this is also an example. Look at the top, you can see 10, you can see 2. So if the company is doing just 10 and 2, meaning my own upline is getting nothing from this transaction. The only people that will be paid is Chris, who sold the property directly, and me, who is his what? Upline. And that is it. So I have told us that there are 3 ways to earn. So we have looked at commission. The second one is what? Incentives. Now, because these companies are in competition with themselves, we sell for about 20 of them. So what they do is, in order to attract the marketers, in order to put their property in the face of us, the marketers, they compete. And how do they compete? They bring in incentives. They bring in awards. So let's look at example of what? Incentives. So some of the companies will say, So, so sorry guys, the network is misbehaving, but we have to manage it. We will soon be done. We're already 30 minutes, so in the next 15 minutes, we are done. So the companies, because they are competing with the same group of marketers, they also bring in incentives that will encourage the marketers to push their property. So they will say, come, sell 3 plots of my property and I'll take you to Ghana. One will say, oh, sell just 1 plot and I'll give you a laptop computer. So these are some of the incentives that makes the business attractive. Now, these incentives are outside the commission. If a company is giving 10% commission, it does not mean they will take part of the 10% to buy this laptop. You will collect your commission in full. That's why it's called incentives. These are outside your commission. Some of them will say, oh, sell 6 plots, I'll give you this car. Some will say, oh, sell just 4 plots and I'll take you to Zanzibar. Some will say, sell 10 plots, I'll give you a Camry. So these are some of the examples. Now, if you want to go to Dubai or London in December or next year, these are also an example. This one will say, sell 5 plots of this property or sell 5 plots of this. I take it to London or Dubai. Now, let me give you strategy of how you can make an extra 450K next month. So if you can hear me, type yes. Please, if you can hear me, type yes. Oh, beautiful, thank you. And if you can see my screen, type yes, yes. Yes, yes. If you can see my screen, type yes, yes. Oh, beautiful. Thank you, thank you, thank you, thank you. So I want to show you how you can make 450K next month. Look at it. Let me show you. Look at this flyer. This flyer says beachfront park and gardens, starting from 300K initial deposits. 300K initial deposit. The 600 square meter is 2.8 million and 300 square meter is 1.5 million. And they went ahead and gave payment plan in case you have a client who cannot pay outright. Now, what this company is saying, or if you want to make 450K, all you need to do is to sell a plot of this property. Is to what? Sell a plot of this property. Now, ladies and gentlemen, based on experience, let me tell you this. Whichever property you want to sell, or you have decided this is the property I want to market, please, if you are in Lagos, find time to go and inspect that property physically and do at least a minute video of yourself on that property. It will help you a lot. When I started this business, I made that mistake. I was selling marketing properties that I've never been there. And I think, let me share that story. I marketed this property. They said it's a beachfront property. And what that means is that it's facing the ocean in the Bejuleki. So there was this particular prospect who saw my advert and he said he would like to buy like 2 acres, which is an acre is 6 plots. He said he needed 2 acres because he wanted to do a beach house where people can come and relax and stuff like that. I told him the property is perfect for that, and he said good. So I told him this property is going to be sold out. It needs to come out for inspection. This guy was in China. I said, oh, then you have to come down and see this property. I pestered this man's life till he cut short his stay in China and came to Nigeria to check this property. And when we got there, ladies and gentlemen, the property was not what we thought. In fact, it took me It took me like an extra 1 hour to even locate the property because I did not even know where it was. So I was calling somebody who told me he knew the location, and he too confessed he did not know the location. So we were just perambulating up and down, and when we got to the property, when the man came down from the bike that took us there, because the cars, we could not even use car to get to the place. We had to drop and take like 5 Okadas because he came with his surveyor, came with his architect, came with his engineer, came with everybody because he was ready. When we got to that property, ladies and gentlemen, that was the saddest day in my life because the man came down from the bike and he held his heart. He held his heart. He did this way and he said, Hassan, don't tell me this is the property you are bringing me to. And I felt so bad because I knew that property. It wasn't a beachfront. The beach is like 3 kilometers away from where the property was. So the aim is defeated, and it was something totally useless. I was like, wow. I felt the ground should open up and swallow me that day. That was my in this my journey. That was my most saddest moment. So please, whichever property you want to promote, even if you are not in Lagos, find time. It's worth it. Find time, one weekend, come down. We have people from Kaduna, Abuja, Ibadan, all of them, they come down to see this property. So if you want to grow fast, that's the secret. Because product knowledge is very important. If you are not sold on a product, forget, you can't sell that product. Being sold means you yourself convinced, you are convinced of what you are selling. That's the beginning of success, to sell anything. Even if it's pure water, if you feel the pure water has taste, how can you sell the water? Because when they ask you, is it tasty? The way you say no, people will know you are lying. They will know you are not convinced. So you have to go there, see the property. Now, when you've now decided this is the property you want to promote, these people pay 15% commission. Please calculate 15% of 2.8 million naira. Please help me type what is the 15% commission on 2.8 million. Somebody should help us, please. Somebody should help us. What is 15%? Let me bring out calculator, please. So 15% is the same thing as 15 times 2.8, 28. So it's 420,000 naira. So Kolawole is correct. Adeolu is correct. Oh, Adeolu is in the class. Welcome, sir. So 450,000 naira if you bring a buyer for this particular property. Now, ladies and gentlemen, it does not take any special thing. You don't have to know anybody. You don't have to know somebody somewhere for you to collect that money. If you have an uncle, if you have a friend, if you have a cousin, or a dad, mom, brother that can listen to you, or that is ready to buy property now, and you tell him, there's this property in Ibejuleki that if you buy it now, in the next 2 years, it may turn to 6 million naira. I think you should take a look. And you take him there, and he pays. You are collecting your 420,000. And if God blesses you, and he gets there, and he says, oh, this place will really appreciate. Please, let me take 6 plots. You will be getting 420,000 naira in 6 places, which is about 2.4 million naira plus. Nobody is contesting that money with you. The only person that will contest that money with you is the government, because you are paying 5% tax on that 420,000 naira, which is like 21,000 naira. So it's only 21,000 naira that you will be. So you get your like 400k. You get 400k. Now let me show you the property we are talking about. So ladies and gentlemen, that's basically the property we are talking about. Now, if you don't want a land of 2.8 and you say this land is too cheap, this is another one. You can buy, there is a land in this particular estate at Isheri North. Isheri North is just before Bega or around Bega, after Bega in Lagos State. So if you don't want to sell cheap land, there is a land here. Of these volumes in sale, we are going to give you these gifts. For instance, make a total sale of 5 million naira and we give you HP laptop. So for you to get their laptop, all you need to do is to sell the one for 2.8 million, the first one. Just sell 2 plots and you have your laptop. But if you look at everything here and you say, oh no, what I want is 2-bedroom terrace in avocado apartment. It means you have to make a sale of what? 100 million naira. Now, what you can do is you go to that place where they have avocado terrace and you promote or market that building, the one for 32 million naira. By the time you sell 3 units, you are qualified to collect a 2-bedroom terrace from this company aside your commission. Now, commission for houses is around 5%, 6%. So if you say no, what I want is the Benz GLK 350, the 2012 model. That's what you want. What you need to do is make a sale of 70 million naira. Between 1st of June towards 31st of August, they put it there. So this promo or this incentive started 1st of June. So for you to achieve 70 million, you can't focus on the one in the Bejuleki for 2.8 because you need to sell about 35 plots. Excuse me. You need to sell about 35 plots. But if you focus on the one for 15 million naira, meaning with 5 plots, you can collect your car. But if it's Toyota Venza, if you sell like 3.5 plots of the 15 million naira property, you get your Toyota Venza. Now, let me share personal testimony. These are some commissions I've collected in the past. These are few commissions. These are the commission comes in 180, 1.2, 90K, 150, 1 point something, 228, 400K, 250, 80. So those are some few commissions. Then I've also been given awards, which I told you there are 3 ways you can earn commission incentive awards. So these are some awards I've gotten, and in this business, Landway gave me Salesperson of the Year. This was in 2018, and it came with a car. This is the plaque that represents the car. So that's the person in the middle. That's Mr. Olawale Ayilara, the MD. This is Siji Bumi, the lawyer, and this is me in blue, trying to collect the award. So that's the car, this black Volvo. So that's what Landway gave me as one of their top marketers. And they also sent me to Lagos Business School. I went for a course. These are people in my class. These are people where this lady is Udo Okonjo. Udo Okonjo is Fine and Country. She is the MD of Fine and Country West Africa. They are the sellers of she's also a real estate marketer like us, but she's in the luxury sector of real estate. When I say luxury, they don't sell properties less than 200 million naira. So if you want to see her, just look at any tall floor in Lagos State. As you say you want to buy it or you want to rent it, She will be there waiting for you. This is the woman, or Okonjo. Okonjo, that's her name. So the civic tour, all those big tours, she's the one that is normally in charge. So that's personal testimony. Then if you go to my Facebook page, look at my Facebook page, look at all this trip. This is Dubai. This is my last Dubai. So some of you that joined from my Facebook that think I don't know what to do with money, I'm just traveling up and down. It's not my money, it's all these companies that are taking me up and down, because I target their incentives, I go for it, and I win the incentive. This is Abu Dhabi. This is McDonald's in Abu Dhabi while I was waiting at the airport for the connecting flights. And this is Dubai. This is Dubai Mall. This is Dubai Mall. And is very, 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 very interesting. This is inside Dubai Museum. That's me in black cap. This is my upline, Mr. Emmanuel Abikoye. This is the person who brought me into the business, and this is his own upline. So you can see how the business works. If you are with an active team, definitely you too, you will be forced to be active. So even if you don't like it or not, you just have to be successful. So these apartments are some of the apartments we are marketing in Dubai. This is some of the apartments by Azizi. It looks like a hotel. That's where Dubai do their properties. Everything looks like a hotel. This is also another, this is Royal Bay by Azizi. This one is in Palm Jumeirah. Palm Jumeirah is where we have the Atlantis Hotel, one of the most expensive hotel in Dubai or in the world. So these are some of the things that this real estate has done for me, and I believe if you decide, this is when I was selling the Camry. This is the Camry I was dying for. The reason I wanted to join real estate, because I wanted to buy Camry. So this is when I wanted to sell the Camry after Landway has given me that Jeep. So this is a business school I was talking about. So this business will work for you, but the thing you have to note is you can't just come on board and just wish you make money. You need to have a goal. You need to have a goal. This was a seminar I did April 2019, and I invited Aki Alabi. Aki Alabi, we used to be in the same information marketing business workshop group with Success Digest back in the days. So he's a very good digital marketer, and he's the owner of Naira Bets. Currently, he's a honorable. So he's Uluyi. They call him Uluyi. He's in the house now. So this business will work for you, but you must have a goal. A goal is, like me, when I started, my goal was I wanted to have money so that I can buy a Camry in Mozu, because one of my friends intimidated me with Mozu. I felt so bad. So I was looking for a way to buy my own. So when I bought my own, I was okay. But look at this person I brought into the business. This guy, Mr. Patrick Oriyomi. Patrick's goal was he wants to reduce the housing deficit in Nigeria when he came on board in 2017. That was his goal. Now, as we speak today, Patrick has left real estate marketing into real estate development. What does that mean? He's now building estates that people can build houses and live. So he has 5 of those estates. The recent one he launched in Ekpe is called Haven City. It's about 1,000 plots, very massive. He started with 0 naira, just like you here. The only difference between you and Patrick is that he attended the seminar, live seminar in Surulere with us, because there was no COVID that time. So we are doing this now because we are reducing we are practicing social distancing now, stuff like that. So that's basically what it is. Now, to get started in this business is very simple. All you need to do is sign up with what? the Billionaire Realtors Group. The Billionaire Realtors Group is the real estate marketing company that has partnered with some of these developers, signed MOU and agreed that anybody in our team that is registered as sales, you have to pay commission. And these companies, sorry, they don't have option than to pay that money because there's a legal backing, there's agreement that says you have to pay this money when we make the sale. So ladies and gentlemen, to sign up, if I'm the one that brings you into this webinar, I'm going to show you, don't bother with the little junior there, don't get distracted, focus on what we're doing. So let me put the link in the chat box there. So I just, let me paste it. So if you go to the chat box, you will see a link I just pasted. So that link, if you click on it, is going to take you here. This is a small page I designed to recruit people who decided that they want to join this opportunity. Mommy Aliu, come and take Aliu. This is telling me. Go and watch your cartoon. So if you come to this place, this is what you are going to see. So you try to register with these 3 companies. Just register with these 3. It's okay. Just register with these 3. Now, this 44162 you are seeing attached makes this particular link my personal referral link. If you click on it, you will see that you are being referred by Hassan Ismail. So if you sign up right now, you are going to be given a similar link you can use to also bring people who are interested in the business on board. But ladies and gentlemen, don't just go and carry your link and start pasting everywhere and waiting for 5% or 3%. It doesn't work that way. Whoever you bring on board, you have to be responsible in training that person. Whatever the little I'm sharing with you, you have to also share with that person. So if you don't want to be responsible for anybody, ladies and gentlemen, don't waste time recruiting anybody because you have to train them. Whatever you do, whatever you know, you have to also teach them to do the same thing. So once you sign up here, and I will get a notification that someone just signed up. So what I will do is I'll take your number and I'll add you up to the WhatsApp group and I will send you some information. And the information you are getting is the various companies we are partnered with, their properties, their location, the MD, their phone number, the days they go for inspection, where they have their properties, the time, everything you need to know. Then if you are out there and you are like, how do I get clients? My uncle cannot buy property. How will I get clients? This is what you will do. Just go to YouTube, that's after you sign up, and your problem is you don't know how to get buyers for this property. Go to YouTube, search for my name, Hassan Ismail, and you will see some videos so this one with the blue, that's my name. So you open it up and go to videos. You will see some videos that I have done. Okay, for instance, look at this one, how to generate 116 leads in 7 days for your real estate business. So you will see some video trainings I have done, and let me see, okay, how to pay for Facebook, creating Facebook, understand. So I have these videos. If you go to my YouTube page, you see so many videos that will teach you how to get clients. But if you don't want to do that, you can also talk to your friends and family, tell them these properties are okay, they can buy them. And in fact, that one is faster because those ones already know you. Those ones already know you. So that's basically how to do this. So please, this time around, I want to take your questions. We've already spent close to 1 hour, so I think it's time I take your question. So if you have a question, what we'll do is kindly type it in the chat box so that I will take your question. So if you have any question, just put it in the chat box and I'll, okay, Ayola, hello, you can go ahead, type your question and I will answer the question. So I'm going to stop sharing my screen so that I can go ahead with your question. Any question? I'm not seeing any question in the group. Does that mean we all understood? So in the absence of any question, I'm going into the room to, wow, my lecturer is in class, sir. I appreciate your presence. I'm honored to have you here, sir. Thank you for participating in this lecture, and thank you for the good things you did for us while we were in school. We really appreciate, sir. Okay, I have a question here. Supposing a prospect I marketed to goes behind my back to come and buy, how is my commission protected? That is a very beautiful question. Now, the agreement we have with most of these market companies or developers is that our clients can't come behind and buy property from them without our consent. So what they do is this. Once somebody comes to them and says, I'm a client, I want to buy Queen Park or Beachfront or this property, they will say, how did you get to know about the property? You will not tell them, hey, I was just checking my phone and I saw it. They'll say, no. Who sent it to your phone? You say, there was this person. So they will have to find out because most of them don't do direct marketing. Now they don't just promote their website and people know. Most of them market through the network, through us. So they will ask you, how did you get? So they will not say, oh, it's Mr. Kola Ole that told me about it. So okay, no problem. He's one of us. So go ahead. So once the deal is closed, you may not even know. You get your commission paid to you because the registration already collected your account number, your upline, and all that. So there's no need to start calling that. You just see commission. Sometimes you don't even know what you sold. You have to call the company and say, what happened? They will not tell you, Mr. Rosso person just bought this property. You get. In fact, there's one of our companies, I won't mention name. What they do is, if somebody comes to them and now buys property without a consultant or without a realtor, that commission, they have a separate bank account where they keep it because they know, even if it's after 3 months or 6 months, somebody will come and say, my client bought this property last year in June that I did not get commission. So they will just pay. Because they believe that there's no sale they make without a realtor in between. So they will always keep that commission aside. Good. I have a very beautiful question here. That how do you ensure the authenticity of the property? Many consultants are just interested in their own commission and move on. How do you protect the money or investment? This is what a very, very good question. And this is very true. A lot of people are in this marketing just for commission sake. They don't care. Some people can even sell lotion just to collect commission. Go. Now, this is what BRG does, the Billionaire Realtors Group. Because it's a company that's into marketing properties for these developers. And their integrity is at stake as a company. So what they do is, before they take any partner company, they will go to CAC, check the company, do EFCC verification, check the properties, take the documents, take a surveyor to the land to pick coordinates, because somebody can give you documents, a survey without the coordinates. You will think that coordinate is correct. You will check it in Alausa, everything is okay. But the coordinate is actually not the coordinate of the land. So you need to pick your own surveyor, go to the land and pick the coordinate and go and chart. So BRG does that. They will chart the land and find out if the company is truly the owner of that property. If you find out that, oh, this is your name is A, but when we went to Alausa, we are seeing AB, what happened? You'll say, okay, we bought it from AB. Okay, where is the deed of assignment? Where is the receipt that show that AB transferred this parcel of land to you? So we do our due diligence. We do our due diligence to make sure what we are presenting to our marketers, that's BRG, is okay. And the client too can also go ahead and do the same thing. Don't just go and rely on one person that has done it. You too, go to the land, pick coordinates with your surveyor, go and chart it, and get a lawyer to also find out if there's no any litigation or encumbrances on that particular property. It shouldn't be the case of one man that went to use his property to collect loan and still went ahead and sold the property to somebody else. When the bank needed money, they just came, they wanted to sell and they saw that somebody was. So a lawyer will help you check the court record and see if there's any litigation on such property. So personally, even after I know that BRG has done this, any property I want to sell, I also do personal verification, which they are not difficult. You can just pay a surveyor 5,000, 6,000, they will chart the land and you are good to go. Can you be doing guest posts on? Okay, another question. Like Landway now, they have their company name on the billboard. What if clients claim to have seen the advert in billboard? How will the consultant? This is another good question. That is why you need to build good relationship with your client. Your client is not a ghost. Your client is a human being like you. Build a rapport. Be good with your client. How are you, sir? Okay, why do you want to buy? You have to do your job. You can't just collect 15% for nothing. That's why you are a consultant. You have to consult. Somebody cannot just come and say he wants to buy property. You will not tell him, take this one. You are a consultant, you ask questions. Because questions are to sales. In fact, questions are the lifeblood of any sale. You can't just go to the hospital and immediately you sit down, the doctor will say, take paracetamol. You won't go back to the hospital tomorrow. So you have to diagnose. You have to diagnose, sir, which type of property are you looking for? What do you want to achieve with that property? So from his responses, you already have about 100 properties. So you will now have an idea, this is the property I can prescribe to this person. So the person will say, oh, this is a professional. This one even asks me questions. You get. So you build rapport with your client so that he can't even be thinking of going behind you and do anything. Another way you can ensure your clients will not want to go behind you is you tell him, I work with the company. I am an independent realtor with the company. This means you are not paying me commission. This means you are not paying me commission. The company is paying me. But if you go and tell the client you are paying me 5%, he will run away. He will run away. All the commission we want to collect from the client has already been added on the property, on the seller side. So why do you want to go and be disturbing him again? So that's what some greedy consultants or realtors do. They collect 15%, they still go out to the client and still collect another 5%. So he will run away. Or he will be finding a way to cut costs. So you let him know upfront that you are with the company. So this means they are not paying me commission. Don't even say commission. They are not paying me referral fee. It makes it less intense. When we say commission, you say, so this person will be collecting percentage. But when you say referral fee, you will understand that, okay, this is just not a big deal. So I think those are the questions. So if you have anybody you know that is interested in buying property, this is the way to go. There are a lot of properties in our portfolio that BRG has done verification and they are good to go. So if you have friends or you also want to buy, you can talk to us and we take it from there. So to sign up, I've dropped the link in the group. Once you click it, you get signed up, I'll get your contact, add you up to the WhatsApp group, and in the WhatsApp group, I will start sharing all other information you need to know about the business. I'm trying to see if I can get a PDF. There's a PDF I always give new people that just joined about prospecting. I'm checking to see. I'm checking to see. Let me open my screen so that you see what I'm seeing. Let me share my screen. I opened the WhatsApp group that has that welcome message, but I think the network is a little bit slow. It's not open. Okay, so once you get added to the group, this is like the welcome message. This is welcome message, and you will get the portfolio that has the list of the properties for sale. You also get the list of companies, and okay, there's a PDF. Let me see if I can see it. Prospect Finder. That's the title. That's the title of the PDF. So I also wrote different ways you can use to get clients. Prospect Finder. I'll get it now. Let's see. It should be here. Prospect Finder. Okay, look at it. This is the PDF. So when you come on board, I'll also give you this PDF so that you can. So these are 12 ways you can get people. So you check your phone and create the name of people. You work on the list. You ask for their WhatsApp number. You join your association and groups. You talk to them. You can advertise in big churches or mosques. Use indirect approach. Spend most of your time networking. If there are big events, attend meetings, Zoom meetings. Strategically distribute flyers. Don't go and be sharing your flyers of 10 million naira property in places where they can't afford to pay NEPA bill. Nobody will buy your. So you work with cooperative societies and companies, and you locate big shows, salons, events, and conferences, and that's basically it. So online, you can use WhatsApp, Facebook, Twitter, Instagram. These are some sites that you can list your property. Even GG is also good. Yes, GG is good. OLX. You can also do email marketing, and trust me, you don't have to do all. Just pick the ones that you are comfortable with and apply, and you are good to go. That's just it. Pick the ones you are comfortable with, apply, or the ones you are good with, apply, and you are good to go. So basically, that is it. So in the absence of any other question, I would like us to call it a day. So I really appreciate your time. I do not take your time for granted. And I am hoping and wishing that for those of us who have decided to take this to work for us, we will, as soon as possible, leave the real estate marketing and enter real estate development, because that is the goal of most of us who go into the real estate marketing. So it's just a means to an end. It's not an end in itself. We don't want to be marketers for life. Your commission, you save some of them so that you can start using them to buy some of these properties and go into development. So thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming, and it's nice having you all. So, okay. Okay, let me drop my phone number in the group so that those that may want to contact me, okay, let me even drop it this way, in a way that once you click, it will come to my WhatsApp. Okay, excuse me. So once you click that link, it comes to my WhatsApp and we start chatting. You don't have to start saving any number. So I see you all, Mr. Adiola, Amina all the way from Abuja, I think. Chris Don, Godfrey, Olawale, Mr. Owens, Prince, Titi Lokbe, Valentine, Victor, Wasiu, Adewale, all of you, I see you. Thank you for being part of this meeting. So if you have any further questions that I've not answered, you can click that link and
thank you. Thank you very much.
Thank you.
So thank you guys. Have a nice
Thank you,
day.
Mr. Hassan. Well done.
Thank you, sir.
Hey, thank you.
Thank you, Mr. Hassan.
Chris.
Thank you.
Hey, Amina,
Well
thank you. So,
beautifully done.
Thank you,
Even
sir.
my daughter appreciates it.
you're welcome.
Thank you.
Yeah. Mr. Victor. So that will be all for now. Thank you for coming.
Thank you for your time,
Mr.
Mr.
Hassan,
Hassan.
thank you so much.
Have a nice day.
You
Mr.
did
Owens, thank
great.
you.
Thank you for the lecture. Nice one.